Finish, Bricks. Finish. 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 Hit. Let's go! Yeah. Get off.
That's a wrap on day 3 of Fall Camp 2013. Bill Culhane here on Bobcat Vision, joined by co-offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach Mike Schultz. And Coach, if you would, kind of give us the big picture. What are your thoughts on day 3 of camp?
Oh, we got a lot of things in. We're processing through a lot of things. The kids have done a great job. They've worked hard. I kind of thought maybe coming out to day 3 that we might have to, struggle to get through it. The kids came out, they punched the clock and they went to work. They did a great job. As far as offense goes, we got a long way to go. We've got a lot of offense installed. We got some new kids that are processing that. So we just need some reps and some time, and we'll be all right.
A lot of talented receivers and running backs, of course, at your disposal. The offensive line, Coach Shaw has taken over as the position coach. We'll be visiting with Devon Baker here in a moment. How do you feel about your O-line as we close day 3?
Well, first thing, let me tell you how excited we are to have Coach Shaw here. He's a veteran coach. I mean, you're talking about a guy that spent 10 to 12 years in the Big Ten, Hawaii, different places like that, so we're very fortunate to have him. I think he's going to be a big plus for us on the offensive line. We got some kids that have had some reps up there. We've got some veterans, and that always helps. We've got some kids that have had some experience that have doing some things. So, it's really early to get into the really true fine points of it. But, like I said, they're just like the rest of the kids. We've got a lot of offense, and so they're processing a lot of things right now.
As you get through Fall Camp 2013, the guy who gets the starting quarterback job, don't have to name names, but what is that person going to have to do to establish himself as the guy?
Well, first, I think he starts with leadership. He's going to have to show great leadership on the field, do the things that we ask him to do. One of the most important things I think, and Coach Fran and I both put on this, and very important, is making decisions. We've got to have a good decision maker out there. That's one thing Sean, we always thought, did. Sean made good decisions and really grew from year 1 to year 2. I think everybody saw, you can almost see Sean grow in front of you. Well, the guy that we got, they've got to start growing in camp. Okay, we need to start seeing that growth spurt that Sean had over a year. We need that to start happening in camp, and we're starting to see. I'm very pleased with the quarterbacks right now, what they're doing. We've got some young guys, so they're also processing through a bunch of stuff. So, but we're okay. I feel pretty good about it.
Just got done visiting with offensive coordinator Mike Schultz. Will stay on the offensive side of the ball here on Bobcat Vision. Devon Baker, senior offensive tackle, kind enough to join us. And Devin, first of all, would just like to hear your impressions from an offensive line standpoint on how you thought day 3 went today.
Went real well. We're working hard. Got a long way to go. So, we're just grinding right now.
Since you made your way to San Marcos from Canyon Lake so many years ago, it must seem like to you. You started here as a tight end. Now, of course, you're a starting offensive tackle right now. Talk a little bit about that adjustment. I know it's only one slide over along the offensive line, but what kinds of things have you had to take on?
It was a tough transition, but you just got to learn to work even more with your teammates than before. As an offensive line, you're a unit. Tight end, you're still working as a team, but you're more of an individual. As an offensive line, we like to say work as a nickel instead of 5 pennies.
Share with Bobcat fans what Coach Shaw brings to the table in helping your group get prepared for 2013.
He brings a lot of experience. He brings a lot of knowledge, different perspective on things that we needed. We needed it real bad. And he's a good coach. It'd be a good change for us.
All right, thanks, Devin. We do appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, Devon Baker, offensive tackle for the Bobcats, kind enough to join us. A reminder, in case you haven't gotten your tickets yet, please go to txstatebobcats.com, or of course you can call 512-245-2272. We spent a lot of time on the offensive side of the ball. Now we're going to shift over to the defense here on Bobcat Vision. Xavier Daniels, senior cornerback for the Texas State Bobcats, kind enough to join us. And I just said it a second ago, cornerback, after spending, of course, a few seasons at safety for the Bobcats. Talk a little bit about that transition.
It's definitely been a big transition. At corner, things happen a lot faster. I had to improve on my technique. And at safety, you kind of just get to sit back and let it develop. It happens real slower, but it's definitely a big change.
What do you think your time as safety, what do you think, as far as tools and things you've learned as a safety, what's going to help you as you transition to cornerback, going from the middle of the football field out by the hashes, now out to the numbers?
At safety, I have to be a good tackler, so at corner, it kind of helps me bring more physicalness and be a good tackler.
There are thousands of Bobcat fans looking at you right now on Bobcat Vision, and you have a chance to speak to them. The season opener at Southern Miss on August 31st. We stand here on August 7th. On September 7th, Prairie View A&M will be here for the home opener. What do you want to tell the Bobcat fans?
Just come out and support us, man, and we won't let y'all down.
On September 7th, Prairie View A&M will be at Bobcat Stadium for the Bobcats season opener. Be sure to get your tickets. Go to txstatebobcats.com. That's a wrap on day 3 of Fall Camp 2013. Now we're going to listen in as Coach Fran wraps up the day for your Texas State Bobcats.
Not a bad first day in pads, okay? Some things to correct. We all have to focus on the things we got to correct, learn from the things we did good, learn from the things we got to do better, okay? I will say this. Today was our 3rd practice. It was a little bit like our 18th practice with you veterans, okay? Your carryover and what you're doing, I mean, we're getting a lot done.
Amen. All in on 3, 1, 2, 3. All in.